A year in review. Territorial disputes in areas like the Golan Heights and elsewhere remained a flashpoint of conflict. These disputes would remain unresolved, further influencing global politics. July witnessed a rare and remarkable moment of unity between two Cold War rivals. The Apollo-Soyuz test project became the first collaborative human space mission undertaken by the United States and the Soviet Union. This mission symbolized hope, even in an era of division, as astronauts and cosmonauts joined hands in orbit to demonstrate peaceful cooperation. At the same time, environmental concerns continued to gain traction. Activists and scientists pushed for policies addressing pollution, deforestation, and conservation. Slowly but surely, awareness of humanity's environmental impact was making its way into global discourse. In August, the United States grappled with revelations from the Church Committee, which investigated abuses by intelligence agencies such as the CIA and FBI. This inquiry demonstrated how secretive activities during the Cold War had influenced both foreign and domestic policies, raising ethical concerns about government power. Meanwhile, in Helsinki, Finland, the Helsinki Accords were signed. This agreement between 35 nations aimed to improve relations between the Eastern and Western blocs by addressing issues like human rights and territorial sovereignty. While its immediate impacts were limited, it laid the groundwork for future diplomatic progress. September brought turmoil to the U.S. when 2 assassination attempts were made on President Gerald Ford. While both attempts failed, they led to heightened security measures for political leaders. These incidents highlighted the lingering instability and violence in American society during the post-Watergate era. In Africa, independence movements gained momentum, particularly in Angola and Mozambique. After years of colonial rule, these nations faced the challenge of building stable governments amid the backdrop of Cold War interference. The decolonization process marked a turning point for many African countries, with hopes for brighter futures tempered by difficulties ahead. October was marked by significant geopolitical events, none more striking than Indonesia's invasion of East Timor. Following the abrupt withdrawal of Portuguese authorities, Indonesia took control of the region, an act that attracted international condemnation. The conflict would continue for years, greatly impacting the people of East Timor. On a more cooperative note, European nations demonstrated steps that furthered political and economic integration. This was an early forerunner of developments that would eventually lead to the European Union. In November, global attention also turned toward scientific advancements. New breakthroughs in medicine and technology brought hope for improved quality of life and disease prevention. This growth underscored humanity's increasing reliance on science for progress in a fast-evolving world. Simultaneously, international discussions about nuclear arms control took center stage. Although tensions between nations persisted, there was an acknowledgement of the need for strategies to prevent nuclear conflict. Progress in such negotiations, though tentative, reflected the growing desire for long-term peace. The final month of the year reflected the cultural energy of the time. In film, music, and literature, 1975 saw iconic works emerge that mirrored society's aspirations and anxieties. Movies like Jaws thrilled audiences, while rock music flourished with global hits. Culture not only entertained but also served as a mirror for the year's shifting mood. As 1975 closed, the world was left grappling with the consequences of war, movements for human rights, and advances in space, technology, and diplomacy. This convergence of the old and new marked the year as transformative, a year when humanity reached for progress amid ongoing turmoil. Reflecting on 1975, it's clear that this was a year of transition. Political changes reshaped nations, innovations began revolutions in science and technology, and social movements gained momentum across the globe. Each month brought new challenges and opportunities, demonstrating the enduring resilience of the human spirit. As we look to the past, we can learn from the events of 1975 and apply these lessons to our present and future. History isn't just what happened, it's a guide to understanding why the world is the way it is today. By revisiting pivotal years like 1975, we can better appreciate how far we've come and imagine the possibilities of what lies ahead.